Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Welcome to another edition of Scientifics, where I, Mohana Basu, take you through the top science stories of the week from across the globe. This week, a new species of bacteria found to dwell aboard the International Space Station has been named after an Indian biodiversity scientist, Dr. S. Ajmal Khan. Researchers from the University of Hyderabad working with NASA described the discovery and isolation of 4 strains of bacteria belonging to the family Methylobacteria ceae from different locations aboard the ISS. While one strain was identified as Methylorubrum rhodesianum, the other 3 were previously undiscovered. The rod-shaped bacteria are involved in nitrogen fixation, plant growth, promotion, and biocontrol activity against plant pathogens. The team has proposed to call the novel species Methylobacterium ajmali. Some of the media reports claimed that the species was named after a botanist Muhammad Ajmal Khan. However, Muhammad Ajmal Khan was a Pakistani botanist and VC of University of Karachi. The research team told the print that the bacteria was actually named after Dr. Syed Ajmal Khan, who is a professor at Annamalai University in Tamil Nadu. According to the researchers, this bacteria may hold the key to growing crops in space. However, further experimental biology is needed to prove that it is indeed a potential game changer for space farming. To grow plants in extreme places where resources are minimal, isolation of novel microbes that help to promote plant growth under stressful conditions is essential. As part of an ongoing surveillance mission, 8 locations on ISS are being regularly monitored for bacterial growth and have been for the last 6 years. While hundreds of bacterial samples from ISS have been analyzed to date, approximately 1,000 samples have been collected from various other locations on the space station but are awaiting a trip back to the Earth where they can be examined. Also this week, NASA released sound recordings of the Perseverance rover's 6 wheels rolling over the Martian terrain. Let us take a few seconds to listen to this recording. There is over 16 minutes of sounds from the Perseverance 90-foot drive on March 7 captured by the rover's microphone. The noise is generated by the interaction of Perseverance wheels and suspension with the surface. However, the engineers are still trying to ascertain the source of a high-pitched scratching noise. It may either be electromagnetic interference from one of the rover's electronic boxes or interactions between the mobility system and the Martian surface. The microphone which captured the sound is the Entry, Descent and Landing or EDL microphone, which was actually meant for hearing the noises during the touchdown and was not intended for surface operations. However, NASA says that its scientists have been eager to hear the sounds from the surface too. Before this, the space agency had also released sound recordings of wind on Mars and also of the laser impact on the red planet. Also this week, the interstellar visitor Oumuamua is back in the news. Since its discovery in 2017, the object has been a source of curiosity. It is the first interstellar object from beyond our solar system to be discovered. Its name means scout or messenger in Hawaiian. The features of the object are so odd that so far scientists have not been able to classify it. Up till recently, scientists thought that the object was cigar-shaped. Astrophysicists from the Arizona State University now believe that Oumuamua is actually shaped like a flat cookie. According to the team, Oumuamua entered the solar system at a velocity a bit lower than what would be expected. This indicates that it had not been traveling the interstellar space for more than 1 billion years. It also lacks the tail of escaping gas that is commonly seen in comets. The team hypothesized that Oumuamua is likely a piece of Pluto-like planet from another solar system. The team proposed that the object was made of different ices. They calculated how quickly these ices would turn from solid state to a gas as Oumuamua passed by the sun. They then realized that all of the observed properties of Oumuamua indicated the presence of solid nitrogen. Since solid nitrogen ice can be seen on the surface of Pluto, it is possible that the comet-like object could be made of the same material. Back on Earth, a team has managed to develop the first model of early human embryos from skin cells. The discovery could one day revolutionize embryo research and help scientists unravel causes of early miscarriage and infertility. The team at Monash University in Australia successfully reprogrammed skin cells into a three-dimensional cellular structure that is similar to the human blastocysts. Called iBlastoids, these can be used to model the biology of early human embryos in the laboratory. The blastocyst is a structure formed in the very early development of mammals within 4 days of fertilization of egg and sperm. It possesses an inner cell mass which subsequently forms the embryo. Until now, the only way to study these first days has been through the use of scarce blastocytes obtained from IVF procedures. Also this week, scientists at University of Vermont in the US have found evidence of plant leaves and twigs buried under the ice in Greenland. The team was studying an ice core drilled out of northwestern Greenland in 1966 by the US Army scientists. Then this frozen sediment was actually forgotten in the freezer for decades till it was rediscovered in 2017. In 2019, scientists looked at it through a microscope and were surprised to find twigs and leaves instead of just sand and rock. This suggests that in the recent past, a vegetated landscape likely stood instead of deep ice sheet. The team studied these one-of-a-kind fossil plants and sediment from the bottom of Greenland for over a year. They show that most of the Greenland must have been ice-free within the last million years, perhaps even the last few 100,000 years. The discovery helps confirm that Greenland ice has melted off entirely during recent warm periods in Earth's history. What is troubling is that the warm periods resemble the ones we are now creating with human-caused climate change. This is Mohana Basu, special correspondent at The Print. If you like our videos, do consider paying for a subscription to The Print. You can do so through the link in the description box below.